What's the deal, YouTube? And welcome back to the Tatted Beauty Podcast. I'm your host, Alasia, and before I get into anything, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, repost, just show love. It's greatly appreciated. I'm your host, Alasia. This is episode 4. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, wherever you are tuning in from. And before I say anything else, let's get into this outfit because the outfit kind of ties into our episode for today. So let me show you the skirt. It's a little weird, but it works. So I'm gonna like semi stand up. Yeah. So as you can see, you guys clearly see the shirt already. And we got the shoe, just a basic little open toe. I don't even know if you can see that. Can y'all see it? Yeah, there we go. But why I say the skirt ties into today's episode is because it's a little misconstrued. It's a little all over the place. You could kind of dissect this skirt in a lot of ways. I mean, you could say that it's kind of silly because the tongue is out. I mean, you could kind of say the eyes are crying because of this at the bottom, or you can say those are bottom lashes, whatever. But the point of me explaining that is episode 4, transfer of energy. That's what this episode is about. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people will probably be triggered by this episode and probably exit expeditiously. And that's okay because there was a moment where I couldn't receive certain things that I would hear about myself. And I didn't even notice that it was about me until it was too late. So it's cool. But again, transfer of energy. It is something that is real. I have experienced it amongst people, and I've also been a person that has transferred energy to other people, and we do it on a everyday basis. I mean, transfer energy is as simple as a hi in the morning. It could change a person's day. I was always told that, you never know what a person's going through. A simple hi, how are you doing, could save a person's life. And in some cases it has. So this episode is digging into not necessarily how to avoid that, but like I said, it's about growth in every aspect, but also being transparent. So of course I'm going to give you some story time for me and my personal experience with transfer of energy, but I just want to get into the, how do you say, the breakdown of that. Some people can't identify when it's happening because I've also been a product of it, because I won't say a victim. I will not say a victim at all. Anything that I say on this podcast, on these episodes, just understand that I am not a victim of anything. I am able to talk about it because I went through it, I got through it, and I'm good now. We as human beings, we get so sucked up sometimes in friendships, relationships, jobs. We become comfortable in those energies. And sometimes we either, 1, lose ourselves, 2, lose sight of why we're even there, or 3, just completely check out and alter your energy whole 360, because I've seen that happen as well. And I'm going to explain that later too, of course, in examples. And I'm not sitting here trying to preach to anybody of things that you do not know, because I'm pretty sure you know, but some people don't know. And I'm telling you, it can happen with friends, it can happen with families, it can happen with your own mother, to be honest with you. And not for nothing, I've seen jealous moms. I've seen it. A lot of people don't think it's possible, but it's definitely possible. Definitely that. So going back to what I said, in a job, It could be as easy as, someone coming in the morning, you work the morning shift, and they have a nasty attitude, or vice versa, because I've been in that kind of situation too, where it's like you have people who move over here to America or New Jersey or wherever they come from, other states. They open businesses, and I actually just spoke about this on my Instagram page. And anybody who's watching, you want to follow my Instagram page, I'm sorry. It's Alasia, Alasia, versus underscore versus underscore lay, Lay. I almost forgot my Instagram page for a minute. Goddamn. I don't know what just happened there. But anyway, like I said, someone comes in the morning and your whole aura is just disgusting. I know me, I'm not really a morning person, but I know how to alter my energy because I'm always happy in the morning, and people look at me like I'm crazy in the morning. But I just feel like if you're working in the morning, you should be able to have some kind of positive energy because it's early in the morning. You're the first thing somebody sees. If it's, a Dunkin' Donuts, if it's a restaurant, whatever it is, if it's early in the morning and you're the first person I'm seeing and I'm interacting with, you should be able to give me a friendly interaction or some kind of positive energy. And just by the response that you give or that cashier gives can alter your energy like this. Well, some people, because a lot of people have a lot of self-control when it comes to things like that. But it still alters your energy regardless if you yell, regardless if you don't yell, and you still try to, speak your piece and how they shouldn't have addressed you that way. It's still a transfer of energy because you didn't have to pour your negativity onto me early in the morning. Okay? You didn't have to do that. And I really have that problem living in the city of Patterson. I don't know what it is. I don't know why no offense, foreigners come to the United States to, live the American dream, as they say. But you literally fall into the statistic and you adapt to your environment and you become so nasty. I've seen store owners go from such sweet individuals to opening up a business in the hood, and by the end of the year, or not even that, they have to be so stern because I get it of the environment that they're in, but there's other ways to set boundaries and still be who you are, from where you came from. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. With friendships, transfer of energy, it could be as simple as you telling one of your friends an idea. Okay. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have dealt with this as well. You sit down, or even family relationships, any kind of relationship. You tell them a business idea, or you tell them some kind of, project that you want to work on. And 9 times out of 10, or normally, should I say, your friend, your family member, whoever, they'd be excited for you. They would capitalize off of anything that you're saying, ask you more questions, ask you, do you have any business plans moving forward? Basically, is what I'm saying. Now, when that conversation get dead and it's just a oh or a or a projection, it's just like, are you sure you want to do that? Or you not scared of this, or you not. That's a transfer of energy because now you just basically put a damper on anything that person, or any happiness that person had, any inspiration that person had in that moment to move forward with whatever they had going in the moment. Not to say they're not going to move forward with it, but it changes the energy in the moment is what I'm trying to say. In relationships, a romantic relationship, transfer energy is definitely real. My mom was really big on energies being in the home. And when in my own relationships, where I did share a home with any one of my partners, I was big on that as well. A lot of people coming in the home, especially when there's children in the home, you don't want to have different type of energies around your kids, around you, around your partner, because this is where you guys rest your head. This is where you sleep, you eat. This is home. And you're supposed to protect your home at any given cost, or by any means, should I say. That's one thing that I feel like, causes bad energy, just allowing so many people to come in your home. That's number one. Number two, it's just as simple as, your lady or your man had a bad day, and you come through the door. You don't know that they had a bad day, but you come in with a smile, and they just give you basically their ass to kiss, basically. And you're trying to redirect the situation or redirect the conversation, and you're just like, you don't know what's going on, so you're trying to, but that person is just not even trying to reciprocate your energy. So it's an energy shift. So now you have an attitude, because now it's kind of like pulling teeth. I mean, we've all been there. You get what I'm saying? I'm not speaking of anything in particular. I'm just saying these are different situations where energy can be shifted. Sometimes words don't even have to be exchanged. I have had energy shifts happen where a person didn't even have to say anything to me. I can just walk in a room, and it's the eyes, it's the mouths, it's the it's stuff like that. And I try to stay away from a lot of things like that, and it's kind of hard nowadays because competition is all around you. Like, I'm talking about, even crackheads are competing with each other. Y'all may be thinking I'm joking, but I'm so serious. Like, it has gotten to that point, and I just want everybody to protect their energy. It's not hard, but it's not easy either, because sometimes it's hard to predict, or to see rather, because you love people, and you don't want to feel like they're being an energy vampire, or you don't want to feel like you're being an energy vampire, because I'm actually going to tell two sides of that. My own personal experiences where I've had my energy sucked, but I've also was the energy sucker. And it's not a good feeling to be on either side of those fences, because then you find yourself battling that person or battling yourself, because now it's kind of like you go into self-doubt. It's like, is it me? Is it this? Is it that? But then that's where accountability comes in. You get what I'm saying? Taking accountability for your own energy. And I'm just going to dive into the story of when I was the energy sucker, or I wasn't even an energy sucker. I wouldn't even say that I was an energy sucker, and I'm not even going to label myself as that. I was actually very numb at this point in time in my life. My dad actually passed away. It was 2019. I actually got my truck that I had for 2.5 years. It got repoed. I had to move back in to my mom's house because I lost the apartment that I was living in at the time. So I was just numb. The relationship, or the situationship that I was in at the time, because I was in a relationship with her at the time, but all of that just combined, I was very numb. And I can honestly say that I became a little bitter, and this was 2019, 2000, yeah, like 2019, 2020, right before the pandemic or whatever. And I had to check myself. I realized that I was going outside, and happy things, or things that I was supposed to be enjoying, was not enjoyable anymore. Or someone would tell me something positive, and it wasn't a jealousy thing. It was just my energy was off. So it was like I couldn't receive it the right way. And that's how I knew I was unbalanced. And I know that the people that I was around could see it in my face, because I used to actually tell people. And that's one thing that I also am very proud of myself that I do. I take accountability a lot. Maybe too much, because that's why people keep playing with me. But No, I've learned how to take accountability for a lot of things, my energy, because I am very aggressive. I am very stern. I do set firm, very firm boundaries. Um, and most people don't like that. And that's cool. Different strokes for different folks. But you just don't have to be in my energy and I don't have to be in yours. That's fine. But again, I saw myself taking accountability, and I would tell, these individuals that I was around from, I believe it was like 2019 to like 2021, because my sister had wound up passing away in 21. So my energy definitely was teeter tottering. And like I said, at this time I was in a relationship that was very toxic on both sides, so I'm not going to say it was just a one-sided thing. Love was there, but it was just toxic, and it just brought everything to a head for me again. And I had to apologize to my friends, and I was like, I don't want to be around anybody. My family, I used to tell them. Some people I didn't, because I just felt like some people just didn't care. I knew that for a fact, so why even tell you? So I gave that courtesy to certain people, and I let them know, I don't feel like being around, or I don't want to go out. I stopped going out in 2019. I used to party, promote, host parties, be out. I used to be out every girl. If outside was a person, right here. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, I'm not even joking with you. Like, shouts out to the. I'm not even gonna get on no hood stuff on this show, but shouts out to the Block 1200. You already know. I love you guys. Long time, long, long, long time. But yeah, if outside was a person, that was me. So from going from that type of person, from being so energetic, so this, just outgoing. I'm not as outgoing anymore, because the energies just be too weird for me and too often. I'm just not trying to be triggered by nothing, because even though I'm calm, and a lot of people seem to feel that, when people choose to calm themselves and choose the high road, that's being a punk, or it's hiding. But I don't feel like that's it, because it's still in them. Hint, hint. But anyway, again, I went from this outgoing, just bubbly person to I didn't even really want to be seen. My energy was drained to a point where I would get invited out. I would fall asleep, wake up, and literally have to call people and explain to them like I fell asleep. I know they thought I was lying, or things like that, and it's just like, bro, I really wasn't. I really was not. And then also being in the relationship that I was in, excuse me, I didn't want to cause any more friction there, so I tried to fix that. Um, but the energy was off there, so it was like I I don't know, I kind of hid from people a little bit, because I knew my energy was off. And I didn't want to be around them. You know what I mean? I didn't even want to be around my girl at the time. You get what I'm saying? It was just like, because we're toxic around each other. So why are we even around each other if I can't even control myself? You get what I'm saying? So I felt like me going home was something that, that's something that I do too. If I feel like my energy is not welcome, or if I feel like my energy is off, I'm going to remove myself from that space or from that situation. And I've done that in plenty of situations. And a lot of people feel like that's running, but I don't feel like that's running. That's literally just going to check yourself sometimes. Because, like I said, at that time, going back to the story, I was very numb. So, a lot of things to me became negative. You know what I mean? I started to have the wrong conversations with the wrong people that I thought were the right people, that went back and told other people of what I was saying, So being in that negative energy that I was in caused me to do a lot of damaging, sabotaging things to myself. And yeah, you live and you learn. And that's when I really started to understand transfer of energy. I was around people that was manipulating me into thinking that I was the problem when they knew that they were doing the things that they were doing to me. That's even transfer of energy. Having people manipulating you into believing that you're the problem. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with that situation in many things. You know what I'm saying? So when I speak, and for any viewers that are viewing this, just understand that I have done a lot of things. So when I speak, I'm speaking in general. So let me just break it down. Just going from a child. I went to school for singing. I went to Rosa Parks. I was a vocal major. I played softball. I played basketball. I was a dancer on East Side's band, the Marching 100 class of. I'm not even gonna tell y'all, but modeling, dancing, hosting, like I just said earlier, party promoting. Um, I've done industry events, interviews, stuff like that. So when I speak, I am really speaking in general because I've dealt with so many types of energies and so many different types of people that I'm able to speak on this. So if anything hits, in the words of my bros, not my problem. Anyway, so that was the negative part of an energy shift for me personally. So going into a more positive, energy shift for me personally, just being there for friends, family, always speaking life into people, even when they don't have it to give to themselves. The people that I encounter even today or that I'm still connected to today, they'll all tell you like my energy, I feel like, is unmatched. You know what I mean? Just a simple hi. Every morning, every time somebody walks past my car, I say good morning. I sit in the driveway. Don't ask. If you know, you know. But the gas station that I go to, literally every single gas attendant that works in there tells me I am the nicest, most polite customer that they have that comes there. And that's all off of energy. I don't speak to nobody in that gas station. I get gas. I go get what I'm going to get for my what. And I get up out of there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I don't, like I said, I don't converse with people in the gas station. I know a couple of gas attendant men and that pump the gas, of course. So I say hi or whatever, but it's a in and out situation for me. But or just being around other positive energy, because I've also been around that too. Being in different modeling shows, being around different models who have the same ambition, or being around different bad bitches that don't mind being around other bad bitches that can appreciate another bad one sitting in front of you know what I mean? Like, that is positive energy for me. And that's actually a love language for me too, because like you know yeah, talk your shit. But so in saying all of that, it's just watch it, because a lot of things can get in the way of that. I know for me, things that used to get in the way of me not understanding people's energy was the fact that I used to drink so much. Not saying that you need to stop drinking, but sometimes it can alter your thinking. You're not too bright up here. You understand what I'm saying? You get caught slipping sometimes, or smoking sometimes, or just the people you chill around. You know what I'm saying? I have been set up before by people not reading their energy, because I'm just so bubbly and I'm just so energetic. You know what I mean? I'm not really on point. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I've gotten my shoes stolen at a fashion show, because for whatever reason one of the girls didn't like me, I guess. I don't know. I just don't know. You get what I'm saying? I have had what else? It's just a lot of things that have happened. I'm not even going to go down the list. It's not even that important. Going back to this transfer of energy, though, you can also transfer that energy to your children as well, and young children. I've been a product of that environment too. If you guys have seen, the second episode, I believe it is, I explained, it was called Welcome to My World, and I explained how I was in a toxic environment. The energy was off. So in my adult life, I did not want to deal with that. In my friendships, I did not want to deal with manipulative people. So it was, you're not going to be mad at me because I'm friends with somebody that you're not friends with, because I'm cordial with both of you guys. So I'm not going to have you guys in the same room, but I'm not going to stop being friends with them. And I hate that saying that, oh, if you're friends with somebody that I'm not friends with, then you're a op. I don't like that, because that's picking and choosing. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, given who it is, you probably wouldn't feel that way. Let's just be real. But like I said, going back to transferring it to children, I have been a product of that, and I have developed some toxic traits, and just yelling around your kids all the time, being angry around your kids all the time, exuding toxic relationships around your kids, even mother and father, because it does not have to be boyfriend and girlfriend. It can be mother and father as well. And your kids are growing up watching this. They're going to think that shit is okay. And it's not okay, baby. Like, it will never be okay. But we get so caught up in that energy that we've been living in for so long that we don't even, or we do get it, but it's just like, fuck it. Because I see some people that's just like, that just gave up on life, basically. And they're just like, whatever it is, what it is. I'm not that person. I'm a is what it is type of person. Like, but I'm not like, it's whatever and gave up on life. Like, that's not my energy. That will never be my energy. I have almost went down that road. And baby, when I tell you I'm never going back down there again, I'm never doing it. But your kids can be exposed to things like that and think that, go to school and start acting up. Transfer of energy, because they just saw mommy and daddy yelling at each other, or they just saw you beating on each other. So now they're angry and they're going to school and they're implicating that in school now. Transfer of energy. Or you don't clean. You don't clean. You don't take care of your hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Your kids see this, or whoever is, you're watching, whoever you're a guardian over, because we have adoptive parents as well. Whoever you are, y'all know what time it is. I'm sorry. I'm going to get an official, like, noise and stuff like that. I'm a work in progress, okay? So just bear with me. The intro is coming, the sound effect, all of that stuff is coming, but just bear with me. But y'all know what that sound means. And I got me some new shades today. I've been doing real good with the shades. Yeah, I've been doing real good. But we got the shades. Okay? Ooh, my curl. First of all, because, girl, the shade is about you anyway. And when I say that, I'm talking about my curl, y'all. So it's time for Isn't It Shady? And isn't it shady how, how they say, like, one side is always coming out better than the other? Girl, this curl right here been giving me hell since I took it out that little flexi rod and pissing me off. Okay, I done scrunched her back up and put spritz on her, and she is not trying to stay. And then this side want to come out. You know what, girl? And that's my natural hair, this right here. And she is just acting up. And girl, okay, I hope it look all right in the camera, because I'm really upset. Like, I could not wait until Isn't It Shady to tell y'all that, because it was bothering me this whole time. And I don't know if y'all can see me looking, but it has been really, really, really bothering me, guys. Yeah, that part. So, Flexi Rods, count your fucking days. Okay? Okay. So, back to transfer energy and kids. Okay? Like I said, just implicating neglectful energy around your kids, not cleaning, not cooking. Your kids are not going to cook, your kids are not going to clean. They're not going to do anything because they see their mother or they see their grandmother or whoever raises them or whoever they're around, they're going to do that. If you are not a active parent or anything like that, and your kids are exposed to outside, what type of energy do you think they're going to have? Right. And a lot of people seem to think that it's okay because we live in the hood for their kids to, I guess, be not subjected, because I wouldn't say subjected to the hood because we're all subjected to it because we all live here, and I love my city. I'm not going to sit up here and say that, oh, I hate my city, I hate this, I hate that. It's just the people that live in it for me some at times. We have some beautiful people, but we have some hateful ass people. And you don't have to always adapt to your environment. So like I said, you allow your kids to go outside and they're watching these people on a corner do this stuff and you're letting them do it, like, not for nothing. This generation is not our generation. We were outside, but it was okay for us to be outside because it wasn't as exposed as it is outside right now. Like, people are very, very messy outside right now. Like, and these kids are being shot, killed, stabbed because they are harboring these energies that they shouldn't even have at 12, 13, 14. And I'm not even going to speak about kids because it's some adults. Because let's get on that. I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to have that conversation, but we're going to have the conversation. It's plenty of adults that harbor childish energy. You know, I get it. I just told somebody this today. I am going to be a kid for life. You understand what I'm saying? Or as they say, a Toys R Us kid. I'm a goofball. Hands down. I am not about to change that about myself. But mentally, I am always going to grow. And I have been in certain adults' energies, and I'm speaking of people who are older than me. And the energy that they exude is just like, why are you, like, what are you doing with your life? And like I said, I have encountered so many different people over so many years. And I'm talking about, this is speaking from when I was younger too, because I met some stupid adults when I was younger too. And some negative adults when I was younger too. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not even speaking of now. Like I said, this is generalized. So it's just, transfer energy is something that everybody should take serious because it can really fuck you up. Like, it really sent me in a, oh my God, it sent me in a whirlwind where I just kept apologizing for this and, you know, not even, yeah, apologizing, but I'm also grateful for it because it helped me get through some really, really tough times because I was able to express this to my friends, you know, that my energy is off. I do not want to be around people. I actually used to post it on social media as well. So for anybody that felt like I pushed myself away or anything like that, this is not an apology because I'm not apologizing. I would never apologize for taking the time to breathe. But I will apologize for the people that I bled on, as you would say, because they say, don't bleed on people who didn't cut you. Is that the saying that they say? I believe that's what they say. So in a way, I felt like I was bleeding on people that didn't even cut me. But also, that doesn't take away the fact that sometimes or at times I kept bleeding because the people I was around kept them wounds fresh. You know what I mean? And that's something that we have to take into account too. So just protect it at any cost. People say protect your peace, but I say protect your energy. It was just not too long ago where I wasn't protecting mine. And a bit, she was gonna go to jail. Yeah, they was gonna lock the girls. And not necessarily because I was going to beat anybody up or do anything crazy like that. It was just, I felt my mental capacity leaving day by day. Like every bit of brain that I had left, it felt like it was gone. Like any numbness that I felt, it was like I was dead in the inside. But again, I had to remove myself from a lot of situations because my energy was off. And when I did go back around, I did have those conversations and tell people, well, my energy was off and I had to check myself. And some people understood, some people didn't. And that's just how the fucking cookie crumbles sometimes. Some people are going to agree with your growth or, be all for it. And other people are going to think you switched up or you acting phony. Or like I said, you just being a punk or some extra shit that people always fucking say. I don't know. People are just freaking weird nowadays. So just watch the energy around you. There's a lot of shit happening nowadays with girls going on trips, transfer energy. If you understand transfer energy, a lot of these girls wouldn't be ending up dead on these fringe trips. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's another reason I I have been able to keep such firm boundaries over the years because I'm not afraid to walk alone. I love who I love and I love my people hard. You understand what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing. I was the person that people called to fight, to rip somebody. I'm at a party. They come to get me in the club, lay this and this and that, whatever the case may be. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. If you know, you know. But, and like I said, I was never a bully. It was just, excuse me. It was just, I did not like people fucking over my friends or fucking up our night, our energy, our vibe. Because anybody that I was around, we was vibes. We was vibes, we was lit. We all could fucking dress. All looked the fuck good. Like, and it just was what it was. So again, like I said, just beware of the energy that you're around, the energy that you keep. Like I said, I am not sitting up here trying to act like I am holier than thou. I exude positive energy all the time. No, but I have learned to control certain energies because I didn't have control at one point. And if I could help somebody else get control, I will do that. So if you have to isolate yourself, do that. Journal. That's something that I do a lot. I literally just found a journal that I have had, and I'll actually bring it up here one day and read an excerpt from it. Since I believe it's 2015 that journal was from, and when I tell you it helps a lot. I actually still journal to this day. Crossword puzzles. I know I'm sounding old, but it's really something that will really redirect your energy without you even noticing it, without even speaking, because you don't have to talk and you don't have to scream or anything to exude energy. You do know that. That's what we like to call anxiety. Okay? And I deal with anxiety as well. So coming from all of that and trying to understand energies, you got to understand other people's energy too, because you're not going to understand everybody's and everybody is not going to understand yours. It's just not. But if you know how to control yours when you come into a new energy, then you'll never have a problem with that transfer energy. And that is what the point of this episode is to tell you that that is something that I had to fucking learn. And I feel like a lot of other people need to learn that too. Your partner, anybody can transfer negative energy. And when you feel that, go. It ain't running. It's not being confrontational. It's not being disrespectful. I mean, you can voice that you don't want to be around this energy and stuff like that, but then that's when the other person or the other party has to respect boundaries and respect your decision in the moment. But that is a conversation for a whole nother day. Okay. A whole nother day. So what I'm saying is get better at catching the shade, guys, because a lot of us say that we good at picking up energy, but we're really not, because these people nowadays are getting very slick, and they're running in packs, running in packs. And I'm just here to say, watch the fuck out, because it's a doggy dog world out here. A very doggy dog world out here. And I'm laughing because it's like I have gone through so much, and it's so hard. It not hard rather, but the stories that I tell, or me being transparent with you guys, there's no other way around telling these stories. So if anybody sees these videos or views my podcast, I'm pretty sure, like I said, people are going to get triggered because I'm not around a lot of people. It's not that, or, well, I'm not around certain people that I used to be around. And it's not that I'm beefing with anybody. It's not anything like that. It's just now for me, if I know for a fact that, okay, long story short, I'm not showing nobody grace no more. I'm tired of doing that. I've showed people grace when they have done me completely dirty, and it has gotten me nowhere. So let me not say I'm not showing anybody grace. It's just I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt anymore. Okay, I am checking the energy when I first feel it, and if I don't check it, I'm just gonna leave it alone, because I have become very well at reading rooms, reading into energies, and kids can alter your energy too. Don't get it. Let me tell you something. I forgot about that one. You could be in a good mood and your kids being bad as hell, messing up everything in the house. Like my niece and my nephews throwing freaking Play-Doh on the ceiling and freaking, what is it? The slime on the ceiling. Now everybody about to be mad because everybody about to have ass whoopings. Transfer energy. Everybody is capable of transferring energy. Shit, pets is even capable of transferring energy. And I always tell people, and I'm going to tell you if you don't know, okay? And I literally just told somebody this too. Pets, no. Babies, no. Infants, no. That's how I check my energy. That is how I check my energy nowadays. If I go around a baby and they're smiling, they're giggling, and they're, they want to receive me, and they're just like so open arms. That's how I know. That's how I know, my energy, I'm aligned, should I say. I'm aligned in the right way, in that moment, not necessarily in general, but in that moment. And going back to animals are very smart. If you didn't know, or I'm pretty sure you do know, if you don't, I'm about to tell you. If you ever hear your pets or any animals going crazy or whatever, it's because something is happening. They know. So like I just told the person I was talking to the other day, if I see every horse, bear, cat, dog, ant, okay, walking in the same direction, oh, I'm following them, because they know the way out. If you know, you know. Transfer of energy. You get what I'm saying? It literally has no limits. Literally has no limits. So just be careful of how you're spreading that energy. Be careful of who you're spreading it to. Be careful of what you're accepting, what energy you're accepting, because you can wind up turning into a person that you didn't even know that you could freaking become. Watch out for people that come around you and play on your energy when they know you're in bad energy. That right there. I gotta change legs for that. Did y'all hear what I said? Hold on. I don't think y'all heard what I said. Okay? I don't really think y'all heard what I said. That shit right there is very dangerous. That be the crazy shit too. Sometimes you can see it happening and you still can't stop it. How does that work? I have no freaking clue. But when it's happening, I promise you, you'll be like, bruh, this cannot be fucking happening to me right now. Because I know that's how I felt. Like, to be stuck in that and you watching it happen, but you can't stop it because you don't want to feel like you're getting the wrong message of the energy, but you know you're right, but you don't want to be wrong, so you don't say anything. So now you're sitting in that energy still. Like, I know I can't be the only person that went through that. I know we felt transfer energy being in fucking parties. Prime example. The song goes from Cake by Trey Songz to Nuck If You Buck by Crime Mob. You see where I went with that? Transfer energy. Cake, you want to make love. Cake's on the menu. Cake's on the menu. Nuck If You Buck. Nuck If You Buck. Because now you looking around to the ops or whatever, and when you put your hand with your fist, that, yeah. Transfer energy. Because I remember at one point, people used to be banned from playing them songs in a party because it used to shift the energy so crazy in parties. So for people that feel like transfer energy ain't real, because I've ran into a lot of people like that, oh, transfer energy ain't real, until you run into it. Because I thought it wasn't real, or not to say real, but I didn't think that I could really be like manipulated by it as bad as I was. But the mental state that I was at around that time when it was happening made it so freaking easy. Because when I think about it, it was like, damn, Lay, you made it so easy. You made it so fucking easy. So easy. You gave people the right access, the right seeds, you know what I mean? Like the right antidote. You gave it to them. But I hope I help somebody understand energy, understand their own energy, understand other people around them energy, you know. I'm an advocate for anybody out there that's still fighting to be the best version of themselves, learning, growing, holding themselves accountable, loving on people that love on them, you know, the underdogs, you know, because I just feel like as a race, you know, we are underdogs. So that doesn't go to say that I feel like we are just underdogs. Anybody can be an underdog, but I just feel like, you know, coming from these urban communities, we need to protect our energy even more. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to wrap the show up. This has been a great time. I'm always happy to come up here and speak to you guys and just drop some gems, shall we say, the lay way or the tatted beauty way, shall we say. I appreciate the support. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, comment. I appreciate every single person who tunes in every week. I will start having guests up here. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. Just like I said, just bear with me. But I'm going to close the show there. And if I helped anyone, I did my job. Like I said, if I inspire one person a day or one person a show, I know I did my job. So if I could leave you with anything, because you know I'll always leave you with something, this show is about energy. And what I'm going to say is watch out for energy suckers. They can come in the form of a friend, family member, a child, a job, or maybe even you. Nah, you guys have been great. I'm your host, Alasia. See you next time.